Hello everybody, and welcome to day 647 of I Haven't Slept Because My Son is a Monster. Daddy, take your Prozac. But at least if I'm going to be sat in front of my camera at 6 AM, that's going to be for a good reason today, because Switchbot have just released something incredibly exciting. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That's not actually scanning my palm, it's scanning the veins on the inside of my hand, which has a huge advantage. Yes, that does fill me with existential dread. It's weird. But we're not just talking today about a fancy keypad scanner for an existing product, we're also going to talk today about a brand new product. And this thing is cool. So theoretically, if I lock the door now, and then I go out. All right, she talks a lot, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna go for a little walk, and if I come back, I didn't even need to. Lock. Walk away.
Your door has been unlocked.
Switchbot have long been my go-to when it comes to smart locks. If anyone ever says, Paul, what smart lock should I get for my door? I always say Switchbot. Because the Switchbot Lock Ultra is the fastest when it comes to unlocking. It is, in my opinion, the best looking of the bunch. And it's the easiest to fit. You can fit it in literally a couple of minutes over your existing key and have it turn a key for you. They're really, really cool. But for me, it's mostly about the innovation of the thing on the outside of the door. The thing that scans your literal face in 3D the same way as your iPhone does to unlock your literal house instead of unlocking an iPhone. Hang on. Stop that. As of time of filming, I've just taken this off my wall. It alarms to tell people there's a burglar running away with your thing. As of time of filming, I think I am the only person in the UK to hold one of these in my hands. This is the Switchbot KEYPAD Vision Pro.
Oh, it looks exactly the same as the other one.
And not only does it do facial scanning in 3D,
Step a little closer to the device.
shh, it also does palm print scanning. Is that the right palm? I think I might be presenting the wrong palm. I know, thank you. This is incredible. It's so cool because although the facial scanning was really, really innovative and really exciting and still is a fantastic backup to using a thumbprint or putting in a digital keypad or using an NFC card, which it has all that functionality, it also now has palm scanning, which works basically 99.9% of the time at my door, so it doesn't have to be a backup. I can walk up to my door and...
Put your palm to the scanner.
Stop it. I can walk up to my door, hold out my palm, and my door unlocks basically every single time. And this is a huge leap forward for me personally. What is the point of any of this? If you mean what's the point of a smart home door lock in general, you can f*** off. Every week there's some idiot in the comments going, what is the point of a smart home? You're watching a smart home channel, you dumb idiot! If, however, you're asking what is the point of it not just being a thumbprint scanner, if you get your thumb wet, you'll soon realize they are insanely irritating because you're drying your thumb off and trying again. This is scanning the veins inside your palm, so it doesn't matter if your palm is soaking wet, you can just hold it up, job done. This thing gets wet in the rain, and when you gotta press it, it doesn't work. So yeah, it's a huge leap forward. And for people, of course, with disabilities, if you really need me to go the whole hog and explain everything to you, if you have a disability, which means that you can't get your thumb reliably on the thing, it's easier to raise your palm. This thing, genius. Switchbot have also released the Switchbot Lock Vision Pro, which rather than a retrofit robot that sits over the top of a key or turns a thumb turner, this is a full-blown smart lock that you use to replace the existing lock on your door entirely. And Home Assistant. I've just discovered Matter over Wi-Fi, which means it's entirely local. No cloud involved whatsoever, and you can lock and unlock the door. Works really well. All right, thanks. It's got the door status, whether it's open or closed. It's got the auto relock time, operating modes, actuator, battery percentage, battery voltage, all that good stuff, entirely local in Home Assistant if you're a Home Assistant fan. So in today's episode, we're going to figure out if palm reading is something that a lock should be able to do, or if that's just something we should leave to Mystic Meg. You mean you don't remember Mystic Meg? I'm really old. I don't want to do this anymore. Here is Paul from the past to talk about how he discovered all of this stuff. Paul from the past, have you forgiven me for sleeping with your wife yet? No. And I think I'm going to book some interesting procedures in Turkey right now. See what happens. He wouldn't do that. He's not going to do that. Thanks to Switchbot for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Switchbot Lock Vision Pro and their Switchbot KEYPAD Vision Pro. Switchbot are now basically the something for everybody company. If you want a replacement door lock that works with your face hole, Alexa, open Sesame. Or works with your thumbprint, or works with a keypad, or works with an NFC card, or works with your face, or works with your palm print. If you want a little robot that turns a key in your door, or you want a full replacement door lock, then they do so in actual multiple variants. You can buy a Switchbot Lock Ultra, which will turn a key or a thumb turner in your door, and then choose what kind of keypad you want on the outside, and they come in various costs with various functionality. So you can decide completely what you want out of that replacement fascia on the front of the house. You can also buy 2 different variants of the full replacement door lock, if that's what you wanted to get. The full replacement door lock comes in either a version which will just simply scan your face or accept a PIN keypad, or you can buy the Super Mega version which does facial scanning, palm scanning, thumbprint, and the keypad. And both of them have an NFC card reader built in if you wanted to use a key card like you were at work, or use their app to unlock it remotely, and even set things like temporary key codes to let in cleaners and workmen. And I've already shown you guys the installation process for the little robots, so I figured what we would do now is show you the installation process for the full replacement door lock. And this, it's easier than it was for Princess Leia to only give medals to Han and Luke, the 2 people that she'd kissed and was probably sleeping with. Hey Chewie, I just want to say I'm proud of you, man, for the medals. We're all about to get medals. All of us. We're all getting medals. Well, this is bullshit. Rob, could you just do me a favour, mate, and just subscribe? Apparently you're still not subscribed. That's freaked out all the Robs. Anyone else want to be freaked out? I'll call your name next week. Please hit the subscribe button, does me a huge favour. Sitting all cross-legged like some kind of Blue Peter presenter. Most of you have a door like this, right? You've got a handle and you've got a lock at the top. And what you want to do is remove that lock and just cut a big old hole if the hole isn't big enough so it's that kind of size. Because we're going to stick something in that hole.
That's what she said.
Stop that. Welcome to How Not to Do DIY with Paul Hibbert. So the first thing we're going to do is replace the barrel with the barrel from Switchbot by sticking that in there. So if you've got the right holes cut already, this is a piece of piss because you just got to stick that thing in there and then you thread the thing through the other hole and that's kind of it. You kind of screw it all together and it's done. If you don't have the holes cut already, then get somebody else to do it because... Here we see the lesser speckled Hibbert struggling with the simplest of tasks. He can't seem to quite thread this through the hole. Are you serious? In there. You're literally just screwing these two halves together so it clamps in place. Just got to tighten those screws up and you're pretty much done. Then it's just a case of connecting this thing here and to this thing here, and then just screwing this to that. I mean, that's it. It's job done. Connect that thing into that thing, and then screwing these tiny screws. Sticking a big old chunky battery in and putting on the front cover. Whether you buy the Switchbot Lock Vision Pro or you buy the Switchbot Lock Ultra little robot, they both have backup batteries. And this is the other reason I recommend Switchbot locks, because there's nothing else like it on the market. When you take out the rechargeable battery, the backup battery carries on running those devices, which is insanely clever, and it's something everybody should be doing. You then charge that thing using a USB-C cable, and although of course I don't have a year's worth of experience of the full replacement lock because I've only just received it, I do have a full year's experience of the Switchbot Lock Ultra and the keypad on the wall. And I go in and out of this office 10 times a day minimum, because I'm 44 and prostate. I don't want to do this anymore. And in the past year, I think I've charged the keypad 3 times and I've charged the door lock 3, maybe 4 times in that whole period, despite the fact I go in and out of this office constantly. What is also really cool about the physical replacement lock is it doesn't need a hub. It's Matter over Wi-Fi, which means you can connect it to Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Apple HomeKit, and Home Assistant without having to buy a separate Switchbot hub to control it. That's not true of the Switchbot Lock Ultra, which is an absolutely awesome device, but you do need to buy a Switchbot hub to get that thing to talk the whole Matter language over your network to get to other things. So as I said, I've had the Switchbot Lock Ultra on this door for a year plus, I think, and the keypad Vision on the front has been awesome for using my thumbprint, but the facial recognition on it has been about, I don't know, 8.5 times out of 10 that it scanned my face and unlocked the door, to the point where if you haven't got your hands full, you'll use your thumb every single time. I would like to say I think that the same is true of the KEYPAD Vision Pro that I've just started testing. The new replacement, the handprint, works every single time, as long as you get your hand in kind of the right location, which I think is easier than your face because you can see, am I at the right distance? When you use your face, it doesn't quite get it in this exactly the same way. It's about 8.5 times out of 10, I would say, which means that it is an absolute no-brainer that you would want to buy instead, if you can, the physical door lock replacement. If you have the right holes to put this in.
That's what she said.
Stop that. If you have the right holes to put this in, it's an absolute no-brainer. If you don't have the right holes to put this in, it's worth probably hiring a handyman to do it for you, because yes, because of that. The replacement door lock, as I've said, is an absolute no-brainer if you have the right holes in place already, or you're willing to get a handyman to do it for you. On your screen right now is the measurements of the holes you would need to be able to put this thing in.
That's what she said.
And now, as with every week, the elephant in the room. This one, I've used it like 50 times and it pretty much got my face 50 times out of 50. Absolutely spot on, and I've alluded to this already. The little keypad that I'm using in conjunction with my Switchbot Lock Ultra, as I've said already, is more like 8.5 times out of 10 for my face and maybe 9 times out of 10 for my palm. That one time it doesn't work is gonna really annoy you, but it is a backup option for me. I can use my thumbprint unless the thumbprint is wet, and if it's wet, then I can use my palm print. It's rarely gonna not let me in, and you know, it'll let me in eventually. I just have to sometimes sit there, move my hand backwards and forwards until it's in the right position. I think with a bit of practice, I'll get it in the right position every time. I just thought that was worth mentioning again because, you know, it's after living with it a couple of days, it has annoyed me a couple of times. This one is black. My wife will say no. Switchbot normally do white and silver options. So far, I can see no option for this currently. Whether that changes or not, we'll find out. I'll let you know in the description if it has changed since this video was made. So check down there to see if there is a white or silver option. And the last small elephant in the room is that this thing has a physical backup solution for a key. Most people would want this. You wouldn't really want a solution like this that didn't have a backup solution in case something in here goes wrong. But these things, therefore, have to be standardized in some way. There is an American standard for these types of keys, and they go grades 1, 2, and 3, and then, of course, people that don't bother and they're really, really weak security. This is graded, thankfully, but it's the lowest grade. So if that's something that bothers you, worth considering, but in my opinion, it's at the front of your house where your neighbors are. No burglar in their right mind is going to come in and start trying to pick the lock. They're going to go around the back of your house and smash your patio windows. Burglars are opportunistic. If you think they're going to come in and start picking this, you're out of your mind. But there you go. Some people care about that sort of thing. I personally don't. All of these devices have geofencing, but the last time I tested it on one of their keypads, it didn't really work at all. So the question is, does it work now? I don't know. I haven't actually tested it. Paul from the future, is it fixed? No. It's exactly the same problem as before. With the new lock, I've just been out on a drive, come back, and it didn't unlock. So yeah, doesn't seem to work geofencing for some reason. Still clearly a work in progress. Anyway, off to bang your wife. There you have it. Whatever he just said. If you're in the market for a smart door lock, Switchbot all day long. There is a Cara, and they do some really great stuff too, but nothing beats the functionality of the Switchbot locks currently. They've got the facial recognition and the palm recognition, and if you're thinking, I don't want those things, you don't have to have those things. They do everything in between, and they really are the best looking devices out there on the market currently if you're looking for a robot, and if you're looking for one that just replaces your actual physical deadbolt lock, this thing is absolutely awesome. He's shilling again! He's shilling! He's always shilling! He is being paid by a sponsor, so he's going to agree with whatever his sponsor says. This is a sponsored review. Of course it is, but I've got the Switchbot Lock Ultra on my door and have had for a year, despite the fact I have had every door lock imaginable sent to me for review. That's the one I picked. It's always the Switchbot stuff that I use. It's the one that I give to my friends if I have a surplus of them. That's the one I recommend to people. You say what you want. Did you not see all the negative stuff I put in this video? I did all the positives and the negatives. No. Right. As usual, there are links in the description as to where you can pick up any of the Switchbot locks I've talked about today. And as usual, this video is only here because of these incredible people. They're my patrons from Patreon, whatever that means, without whom I wouldn't be able to do this for a living. If you want to be like those guys, or in fact my two latest patrons, Liam Bryan and London Pete, you can come and do that at either Patreon, or you can buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll love you forever. These are my Facebooks, and my X's, and my Threads, and my Instagrams, and my TikToks. Coming out there, I can be best friends. See you next time.